ARK Survival Evolved to most people seems to be a choice of either PvE, a player versus the environment with every danger lurking behind each corner awaiting, or PvP, adopting the same creature dangers but with the added element of killing other players, their base and tames. And whilst these two modes do set the stage for your gameplay experience, there are many more officially adopted modes to choose from. So what are the best modes out there? You're right kids, it's Raasclark and welcome to another top 10 as voted by you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share around and let's get into it. So in at number 10, diving into last place with 1% of the votes, brings us Conquest PvP servers, exclusively available on Steam only. The speciality mode focuses on PvP tribe warfare, demanding large tribes and siege-long battles. With 25 players to a tribe on 100 slot servers but no alliances, it demands an army of willing competitive players to build up and, as the name suggests, conquer their servers before the end of season. Introduced in late 2018, the seasonal modes were introduced to shake up gameplay, with no cave building, less weapon damage and phased maps given to allow a gradual progression, able to travel between, beginning with tech-free maps first. Sadly unavailable at the time of this video and perhaps superseded by a later mode in this list. It's a wonder if they will once again return. In at number 9 and dropping in with sadly the lack of attention from both developers and players, Primitive Plus reshapes the gameplay by abandoning advanced metals and of course tech to be replaced with 3 new building material types of lumber, glass and brick, and over 100 new primitive purpose items and engrams. Offered in both PvE and PvP game types, the cult favoured mode offering so many new weapons, traps and structures has sadly lost its way. Founded by mod maker turned community manager Said aka Complex Minded, the attention to support and fix a wide range of issues following later updates have been just left alone, seeming to be abandoned by the development team completely. Whilst it's still available online today, it is very much still an optional choice via the main menu. Its subsequent lack of population begs the question if it will ever be addressed. In at number 8, and introduced as PvE and PvP, though since seems to have adopted a PvP only audience, ARK offers a much faster pace at the cost of longevity. Answering the question, what if servers had regular wipes? The mode offers just that, a fresh start each month across a selection of clustered maps, met with some mixed responses but certainly advocated by more willing PvP players looking for that grinding race to compete. With 3 times rates across the board and ever looming timer to impending doom, it's a favourable choice for those looking for all the official ARK they want whilst not being tied to more than a month. In at number 7, most recently popularised by the influx of 100-day challenges, Hardcore brings the ultimate test of offering you 1 life and 1 life only. Die to fall damage, cold or a probable bite of a dino will see your character wiped from existence, requiring a new one to be made and start all over again from level 1. With a cluster of maps available against the brutally official rules online, it's a daring venture to commit to a mode that could all be lost with 1 full step. In at number 6, and the main offering for those looking for every sense of adventure in ARK, official PvE offers the survival and story wrapped up into a protective parcel from other players. With it still boasts some competition as you look to claim your land before others, unable to be provoked, and enjoy most of ARK's mechanics in a tribe-filled journey of punishing rates and progression. Standing the test of time, it's still very much a viable entry, and will welcome you to some of the oldest players in the game. In at number 5, middle of the field, and a fond memory of mine, is the official PvP grind. A real testament to perseverance through its challenging rates and a world of players all ready to take what's yours. Meaning everything is up for grabs as you work your way across the cluster, building an empire to stake your claim. Warranting an army of players with no tribe limit brings huge server-wide wars as mega tribes look to assert dominance across the cluster. A true to form grind, somewhat much easier to enter now with the likes of later maps. Those looking for the original survival competition can look no further. In at number 4, and conveniently segued into from the previous position, Classic provides a journey back to the PvP game before it became all space aged. Switching the rules with up to 5 times rates, 25 tribe limits without alliances, 100 slot servers, and only across a cluster of tech-free maps: the Island, Scorched Earth, Raasclark, Lost Island, Valguero, and the Centre, with a variety of creature balance changes, weapon decrease scaling, no cave building, and tech completely unavailable. The seasonal wiping mode appears to be the successor of Conquest, and is taken favourably by you. Exclusive to Steam only, it's a shame to not see this purposed for console players alike, in a mode that especially older players rejoice to return to season after season, grinding through the ARK game it once was. In at number 3, and hitting the highest voted official PvP tier, is Smalls. Including everything you know from official, but with a capped limit of 6 players to a tribe and no alliances. Dropped with up to 2.5 times rates and no wipe, it naturally lends itself to a fairer competition, with no huge tribes to worry about, and as such more players about on each of the clustered maps. With so many elements evolving the meta to be much more faster paced than it previously was, balance being more difficult to refine with every new addition, it makes perfect sense that at the very least a limit on tribe count can keep some course in a long living PvP offering of ARK. In at number 2, and claiming a large portion of the vote, unofficial servers are the ultimate versatile offering, where the type of experience you could want will probably exist. Run by the players via a selection of server hosting companies, Unofficial grants you the power to completely reshape the configuration settings to play ARK as you'd like. Whether that be midweek offline raid protection, 100 times rates, crafting anything with just fibre, insta-taming, switching between PvE and PvP days, creature spawn changes, role-playing, crafting changes, boosted drops, creative servers, or fill them packed full of mods. There's most certainly a type of server that will fit your taste. Judged alone by the hundreds if not thousands of servers advertised across social media outlets on a daily basis. Additionally, it's likely issues will be responded to quickly, having just one cluster of servers to maintain. However, the difficulty is trusting one. Ran by players with their own rules, free to close down at any point, certainly requires a testament of longevity, known firsthand of how difficult it can be to maintain one. But when you find that server, and you will, you'll become just as invested as any official offering out there. And before we get to number 1, to the other offerings out there, such as beginner servers, regularly wiped but tied to the official cluster to allow new players an easier ride, leveling up to 44 and taming up to level 30 creatures before sending you on a one-way trip to the big servers. Offline raid protection, an exact offering of official but with the comfort of logging off and your in-game possessions being completely invincible after a cooldown period. And the 3 mobile only modes, PvX, PvE maps with PvP zones, King of the Hill, where tribes compete to keep control of the volcano for 2 weeks, and Ascendant servers, allowing a one-way trip access only to players who have reached level 100. Modes I'd certainly love to see offered to the larger platforms. And here it is, with one of the highest voted percentages ever seen, making up 53% of the final votes, is single player. Certainly a surprise to many in the online community. It can't be overlooked that ARK is indeed, especially nowadays, a lengthy game to play. The story alone, taking us through the Island, Scorched Earth, Aberration, Extinction, Genesis Part 1 and Genesis Part 2 is a journey in itself. And with the freedom to experiment, create, or just simply enjoy ARK at your own pace, affecting no one else, where it's the only mode to actually pause your progress when you leave, it makes perfect sense for especially the more casual player. ARK Survival Evolved is an incredibly deep, wide offering of multiple ways to experience the game, that it does beg the thought, Is its approachable versatility what makes it such an infatuation? It's just not simply one story, it's your story, shaped however you choose it to be, and whichever way you choose to play. Thanks all for tuning in, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, comment below, please do let me know, and what more top 10s would you like to see from me? My name's Raasclark, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always, peace out.